Hello guys, it's Ree here and we're back in the video. Episode 7. Sorry, I sound like a little fucking shit right now. But yeah, we're back in the video. I'm better. I'm not that sick again like the last video. And we're here to talk about Counter-Strike. I always love talking about Counter-Strike because CS was a game which introduced me to esports and everything that is. If Counter-Strike wasn't there, if that old Fnatic was NBS match at 2015 IEM Open? DreamHack Open wasn't there, I wouldn't be there right now talking to you about Counter-Strike or any other esports, pretty much. So yeah, huge respect to IEM for being there forever, even though I fucking hate you right now for trying to destroy other leagues. But yeah, it is what it is, so let's just move into the things. So, what's happening in the Counter-Strike scene right now? Yeah, you might think about it. You currently will be like, what's happening actually? Like, what's happening right now, right? Right. Thing is like that, Counter-Strike has been like a little stale for like a while, especially in NA scene, which is kind of dead, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't be wrong if I say that it's pretty much dead, like as much as it can be. Because teams are leaving scene, there are pro players who are leaving the scene. Like I would still say like other pro players I can understand, but like the most like controversial or like most like confusing for me was Nitro. Nitro leaving Team Liquid was like question mark to me because like I generally thought he had so much potential. Like even though people were saying like he has been underperforming his way since like over a year, he's been the team's weakness and stuff like that. But like, if you give him time, or maybe I'm just being too optimistic, but whatever. Regardless of that, that was like also like a big question mark for me because like he was also like a brand image for a company in Team Liquid for a while, and they just kicking him out and like let him go was like very interesting to me. Like that happened, but yeah, instantly he got instantly signed by 100 Thieves for the well-run team, whatever. I think he just wanted to move there to the easier game, as I would say. But regardless of that, we have decent news, we have decent strategies. Let's talk about it. Let's just give it a shot. So, first of all, LMBT got unbanned by ESIC. Yeah. So LMBT got unbanned by ESIC basically because they did an investigation onto him, and apparently the coaching bug, the way he was intended to, and like he was like given a ruling against that he has used the bug and stuff like that. It came invalid, and according to the latest reports, he has been unbanned by ESIC, and he has been allowed to play and he has been allowed to coach. So Forze is very happy right now. It's very interesting, but I would still have seen like Thorin and Richard calling LMBT out for a while. But I think there's gonna be more cases like LMBT sooner or later, because like the initial report was during the initial report phase, they were literally investing 100,000 fucking wards, dude. Like you can't make justified decision on every single ward. There will be several cases here and there which will come out like they didn't even use the bug. So yeah, just give them a time. It's not their fault too. Like it's just too much work for so less people. So let's just give them a time, and like if it like they had to do it so fast and so rapidly that there would be like some outliers like LMBT and like future. So don't worry and like don't give up on that. ESIC has a lot of work to do right now, and I just wish good luck to them, nothing else, because like huge respect to them. There's gonna be so much things that are gonna come out of this thing. Just when the coaching bug situation is done, this fucking stream sniping cases, if that is done, don't forget the Amdil case is still not solved yet. So what's happening there? There's so much things to do, but for the ESIC to like maintain the integrity of the Counter-Strike scene. So that's a really big thing that's been happening over there. Second thing, we have some roster changes. Basically, I'm just gonna like read it as fast as I can because I have a really big news in the end. So first of all, we have Python joining Heretics. I don't know much about the player. I just wish good luck. So I think Heretics all year had Nivera, who went to Vitality. So to replace him, they signed Python. That's it, pretty much. Then Jake signing to Apex. JKM, oh god, 100 Thieves JKM is one of my favorite players since a while. He's been in the the old 2016 phase lineup, and he's just been performing to his core since like he joined the team. Then he got a little bit stale over in the phase lineup. Then he signed to Optic. Yeah, then he signed to Optic for a few months, and after signing to Optic, Jacob was not even a decent performance, but her Renegades tried to give him a chance, and then he literally became the core of the Renegade squad, and like I was so happy for him because he was performing at the level I wish he would, and like he was just became a core of Renegades, and he became core of 100 Thieves, and like he's just been like performing to his absolute fucking like legendary status that he is. And then he recently signed to Apex because as you know 100 Thieves got kind of like destroyed, even though they were literally one of the top 2 NA orgs, and the way it's happened is just really sad. And kind of like a management perspective, I would say management is the reason why the team disbanded, not the players. Please don't blame the players, please don't blame the coaches. It was literally management's fault, nobody else. So yeah, 100 Thieves got disbanded. The players just played their last match. It was against Furia, in which they lost. There was the finals also. That was the IEM New York 2020 finals for NA region. So yeah, they lost that match, but they were still second. And even in the RMR point rating, which will be the reasoning for the for reasoning for the major of 2020 or 2021, whatever happens first, that's gonna be one of the big deal coming forward, the armor points. And 100 Thieves are literally the second highest NA ranking seed in that team. But yeah, now if the team is disbanded, I generally don't think anybody's gonna bring them back. But at least the core for the the Australian squad is Azure, JKS and stuff. If they try to stay together, there's a potential that 100 Thieves squad could be bring back. But I don't know what the major rulings are said on the same statement, regardless of what that thing will conclude in the future. So continuing to the roster changes, we have Emi and Sibuya leaving Contact. Contact was like a tier 2, tier 3 team, not that good, but they were performing decent at the casual international CS of the online leagues recently. And the Sibuya and Emi has decided to leave the team, and I think I don't know, there's a thing with Sibuya, what's been happening really lately, and it's like I wish he gets his feet on the ground and get a team which like kind of gave him a chance, and he could just control his emotions and everything, and he could be a really like one of the legendary players. I wish really well for Sibuya, dude, and I hope like somebody fucking hires him and somebody gave him a fucking shot because he deserves it, honestly. So yeah, Sibuya and Emi leaving the Contact Esports. And then for the final news, one of the second final news, we have Virtus.Pro is being undefeated lately in IEM New York CIS region. And that's kind of like a really interesting, first of all, because Virtus.Pro has been on like a downward decline from like the time they were like runner up in the last major, and since then they were just on a downward spiral. But right now it's good to see them back in their performance, and hopefully they can maintain the whole situation on the whole thing. Okay. And now I want to talk about NOREG Esports. So basically, yesterday, not yesterday actually, like this week, something like a questioning happened on Twitter. A team out of nowhere came into existence, which was NOREG Esports. They were supposedly a Norwegian team, but apparently they were literally a fake team. They were not even a real team. So that organization or company, first of all, they promoted their brand by showing the pictures of Bubshy, the Astralis player, for no reason, because even he was not signed to them. Then they continue to have a tournament from their own org. They hosted a tournament by themselves as their own org. And in the tournament, they were getting their team into that too, and they were basically stating their team as the best team in that region, and they were giving them wins. in which were literally the words used from the other teams from the old matches of their team. So NOREG, first of all, they they breached the trademarks for another organization by stealing their logo. Secondly, they used the pictures of the players who were not signed to them. Thirdly, they tried to host a fake tournament. Fourth, they host a fake tournament in which they use the fake wars from a really decent pro teams like Endpoint and stuff like that, which is UK's #1 right now. And fifth, they then continue to praise their own team, basically. So yeah, that whole thing happened with the NOREG Esports right now, and the team and the whole Twitter is pretty much done. The Twitch is done. That's gone. It's all deleted. And I think the last message we saw was they saying sorry to the community for that whole thing which happened. First of all, like a whole thing was exposed by Rushby Media, team, the esports team of the Rushby Media Counter-Strike, and I just want to say thank you for them to like exposing the fuck out of that org, because they don't deserve it. Like nobody in our industry deserves to be in that position to like do things like that, and nobody should be allowed to do things like that. And that was a quick that was done very quickly, and it was like handled very well earlier on, and the team is no more, and we can live a happy peaceful life right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna put some screenshots over here if you guys want to see what I was talking about. I will just put a link in description of the Google Drive of the whole situation. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this video, and please continue to support my channel. Thank you.